So Beacon and I are going to tell you what your explorers, your kids are going to experience at Adventure Island. I like to call it the setup. What about you, Beacon? You like that too? Okay, so the explorers are going to arrive on Adventure Island. Adventure Island is this beautiful, colorful, whimsical place, complete with a lighthouse and a new lighthouse keeper that needs a little help, right, Beacon? And where does the help come from? Help comes from you, right, Beacon? Okay, the help comes from Beacon. Beacon's an expert on Adventure Island. And each day, with Beacon's help and the new lighthouse keeper, your explorers will be looking for these infinity lanterns. These are lights that never go out, and they represent all the different ways that God's light shines in the world. And through these lanterns and the Bible stories that explain the different ways that we shine God's light in the world, your kids will learn how to shine God's light in this world, in a world that needs it more than ever. Sound good, Beacon?
Hello and welcome to Discovery on Adventure Island's music set. First of all, I just want to thank you for taking the time to participate in this workshop. I am disappointed that I won't be able to get to see so many of you that I've met over the past few years in North Carolina, Arkansas, Texas, all the different places that we do the workshops. But I am really thankful that you're taking the time and investing in 2021's VBS. And Discovery on Adventure Island is going to be an absolute blast. I'm really excited about the music. And we're going to sing some of those songs today. And you're going to notice that it's a little different than when we do it in person. One, because you're not there, obviously, and we're doing it virtually. But there aren't any volunteers. There aren't going to be any kids. It's going to be me singing, so I'm going to need you to participate from wherever you are watching this from. But we're going to have a great time. I want to introduce you to some of the songs, and then we're going to have a breakout session or a little breakout time to discuss some tips maybe that could help you prepare in the music portion of your VBSs for this summer. So thanks again for joining, and we're about to have some fun. All right, so as we start to prepare for music for 2021's Discovery on Adventure Island VBS, we are super excited to tell you that we have 12 songs this year that are available for your VBS. We have a hype track, a theme song, a worship tune, a preschool tune, a song that basically teaches the kids the scripture verse for Discovery on Adventure Island. Now, there are suggestions in the Assembly Leader Guide and Music Leader Guide that can help you decide what songs to use during the sessions that your church will have at your VBS. And the Music Leader Guide has additional information for hand motions and lyric sheets and chords. And if you want to do this live, some of you will choose to use the videos that are prepared. There are 10 videos that are prepared for you this year. But the music, one thing that you'll see is that the music fits the Discovery on Adventure Island theme by weaving in lots of tropical style elements. You'll hear steel drums and marimbas and kalimbas and things like that you would associate with an island. So you're going to have your kids sense the energy of what Discovery on Adventure Island is all about just through even the sounds of the music this year.
Don't know what lies ahead, never walked this road before.
But I am confident, never been more sure.
We are discovering who we're made to be as we discover who you are. Discovery on Adventure Island. Discovery on Adventure Island. Knowing God will always guide us. Where Spirit leads we'll go. Trusting Jesus we will follow. Discovery on Adventure Island. We will seek until we find the way, the truth and the light. On a quest for the light. Do 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 do. We go with hope, we go with trust, joy in our hearts, we lift you up. We go with love, we go with faith. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no, I'm gonna let it shine. Jesus says to me, let your light shine bright for the world to see. Guess who gets all the praise when they see my good deeds? It's all about Christ, it's not about me. Cause I'm just a little light, but I burn with the power of the sun's light. All the night lights in the air, let his love shine bright for the world to see. I'm just a little light, but I burn with the power of the sun's light. All the night lights in the air, let his love shine bright for the world to see. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. I'm gonna let it shine. Jesus says to me, let your light shine bright for the world to see. Guess who gets all the praise when they see my good deeds? It's all about Christ, it's not about me. Cause I'm just a little light, but I burn with the power of the sun's light. All the night lights in the air, let his love shine bright for the world to see. I'm just a little light, but I burn with the power of the sun's light. All the night lights in the air, let his love shine bright for the world to see. I'm just a little light, but I burn with the power of the sun's light. All the night lights in the air, let his love shine bright for the world to see. I'm just a little light, but I burn with the power of the sun's light. All the night lights in the air, let his love shine bright for the world to see. The heavens declare your glory. The skies are the work of your hands. Day after day, all creation is praising. So I lift my voice and my heart will proclaim that you are the light and you shine in the night, and your glory is evident everywhere. You are the light and you shine in the night, and your glory is evident everywhere. Papo I'm awestruck and filled with wonder at all that your hands have made. From stars in the sky to the fish in the sea, everything in between, yet you still cherish me. 'Cause you are the light and you shine in the night, and your glory is evident everywhere. You are the light and you shine in the night, and your glory is evident everywhere. Everywhere I'm going, I will go there knowing you
as I think about ways to prepare for leading music at your VBS, I'm just reminded of some of the things that I've found that work over the years where I've gone and participated as music leaders at VBSs. One of the things that I feel is very important is familiarity with not only the song, but with the motions. So if the music leader and whoever the team, we'll talk about the team in just a second, is that may be leading the music, if they can have the music in advance through either the take-home CDs that Cokesbury offers, or if they can go on Amazon Music, if they can be familiar with that music and have already watched the videos that Cokesbury prepares to help them learn the choreography, I think that's very important because it enables during the actual VBS music time not to be caught up in what's my hand supposed to be doing or what are the words that I'm supposed to be mouthing or singing out loud, but it really allows the music leader and the worship leaders to interact and engage with the kids and make eye contact and to smile and to kind of even play off of each other and then also what the kids and participants are doing in order to really draw their hearts into worshiping their Creator. So that's one thing. Now, I said we would talk about a team. Even when I go to do VBSs, I will ask churches to, if they have any volunteers that can meet with me before an event or a VBS, and we'll spend a couple hours going over the choreography so that, one, there's more than just one person up that the kids can try to connect with or watch or engage with. There's some people that can dance better than others. I'm not the greatest dancer in the world, so if there's a participant that may not feel very comfortable dancing, they may watch me and be like, I can do that. Whereas sometimes there are volunteers that just can dance incredibly well, and if I was watching them, I'd be like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. So I think it's really fun for the participants and also just a way to facilitate engagement to have a team of 4 to 5 people up. I typically try to get an age range just older than what VBS is, and I like to do that because it's almost an investment in those kids whose hearts may be to help lead worship as they continue to grow. They may have a heart for drawing kids into an engaging worship experience, and that's just a way to kind of pour into some of those older kids and give those kid volunteers that are helping with your VBS a way to participate as well. So that's one way that maybe, or a couple ways, that you can prepare for your 2021 VBS music time. Thank you so much for taking this time to share and singing some songs and thinking through some ways that you can help prepare for your 2021 Discovery on Adventure Island musical worship experience. As you are planning these VBSs, we know that you may be in person or you may be virtual, and I really believe that the music will translate well into either of those environments. And I want you to know that my prayer in writing and recording these songs is that they will experience the love of Jesus through them and that they will be able to participate in worship in their Creator who loves them so much. I'm so thankful for the investment of each of you into the lives of the participants in your churches. So thank you for that. We will be praying for you. There is a place where you can ask questions and comments just below or to the side of this video. So feel free to do that, and we will try to answer any questions that you may have. But as you prepare, I hope that Discovery on Adventure Island is the most amazing VBS that you've had a chance to participate in to date. And I look forward to seeing you guys hopefully soon when all this craziness that we're in ends. Thanks for spending this time. Have a great rest of the workshop.
Welcome. I'm Miss Angie, and this is Miss Suzanne, and along with our friend Beacon, we are going to walk you through the 5 sessions of Discovery on Adventure Island. We're going to start by talking about our signal verse. All of our teaching points to this verse. Let's say it together, Miss Suzanne.
All right.
Arise, shine, your light has come. The Lord's glory has shone upon you. Isaiah 60, verse 1. We also are going to talk about a Pathfinder each day. And that Pathfinder for day 1 is arise, shine with love. You're also going to have a lanyard, and your students are going to be able to put the scripture treasure lantern on their lanyard every day. Thank you. Along with all of this, we're also going to talk about a different Bible story every single day. Our story for the first day is from Genesis. It is from Genesis chapter 1, verses 1 through 29. The story of creation helps us understand how we can shine God's light of love on all creation. As we look at this scripture, we know that God's love shows us creation through 6 days of work and 1 day of rest. As the creation accounts unfolds, we witness the beginning with light, how God called all of creation good. As we read and remember that all creation was created good, we are reminded that God's purpose in creation is good and that we should strive to take care of our environment. Our main idea for this day is we can shine God's light of love on all creation. Now, Miss Suzanne is going to talk to us about our crafts, and we are very excited about them.
Cokesbury offers 2 types of crafts, a make it and take it craft and Cokesbury purchase crafts. The make it and take it crafts are usually simple crafts that are designed for churches to use with supplies they have on hand or from home for your virtual VBS. Our first make it and take it craft is called the creation craft. Explorers will create a keepsake to remember the creation story. Our next make it and take it craft is the Lighthouse Craft. Explorers will focus on shining through the lighthouse keepsake. Our Cokesbury purchased crafts, we have 2. One is you sew your own beacon puppet. And also we have a sun catcher wind chime. Now for our snacks. Cokesbury offers 3 snack options for each session. There's a Pathfinder snack, a Bible story snack, and an island-themed snack. You can see pictures in the snack leader guide, which is free and located on the website for under free resources. And now Miss Angie's going to talk to us about recreation.
Recreation is so much fun, and different churches do it different ways, but Cokesbury has a lot of options for you, so you can optimize that at your facility. There are different intensity levels. For day 1, your high-intensity activity is a relay race, the creation relay race. A medium-intensity option is the Bible verse waves. Our low-intensity option is a game called What Animal? And then our preschool option is island hopping and What Animal? The Recreation Leader Guide is in the starter kit, so you can review that and make it your own for your church. We also have a mission piece of Discovery on Adventure Island. And the Mission Leader Guide is now an interactive downloadable PDF available under free resources on cokesburyvbs.com.
And now let's go visit the science station to see today's science experiments.
Fun.
Thanks, Angie and Suzanne. Hey folks, my name is Donovan, and I'm a scientist here at Science Station on Adventure Island. On Adventure Island, we do a lot of cool science experiments, and we connect them to the Bible. The one we're doing today is really cool. Let me show you. We're going to create a compass to help us get around Adventure Island in this little compass kit here. It's really easy. I'll show you. All you need is a circular cutout of construction paper here, some string, the compass dial, and then some coloring utensils and some glue. And look how cool that is. Now you can get around Adventure Island.
Hi everyone, my name is Victor. I'm going to be walking you through Session 2. Now, the theme verse for Discovery on Adventure Island is our signal verse, and all teaching and discovery points to this overall verse. So, as we've done before, let's say it together again. Arise, shine, your light has come, the Lord's glory has shone upon you. That's Isaiah 60, verse 1. Now, today's Pathfinder is Arise and shine with trust. So we'll go ahead and put that onto our lanyard right now. Now, at this session, all kids will receive the Trust Scripture Treasure Lantern. Now, moving on to our Bible story. Now, today's Bible story is Moses and the Burning Bush from Exodus 3. The story of God calling Moses through the burning bush helps all of us understand that we can shine God's light of trust by answering God's call. Even though Moses felt inadequate to follow through, he ultimately trusted God and was able to experience God's power in the world. We often trust our fear more than we trust God's words to us. But when we are able to confess our fear and put our trust in God, we experience God's miraculous work. We arise and shine as we witness God's light of trust through all life's ups and downs. So the main idea is that we can shine God's light of trust by answering God's call. So moving on to our crafts, we have a make it and take it and a Bible craft, of course. Now we're going to give you three options. So number one, that's going to be your burning bush window cling. Number two will be your burning bush doorknob hanger. And number three, of course, is your beacon hat. That's to go with our friend Beacon here. And of course, we have our Cokesbury craft, and that is going to be our burning bush sand art. Now, this one is my personal favorite. I just like the way that it looks. So, now moving on, we're also going to talk to you about snacks. Excuse me. So, for this session, there are three snacks, of course. Now, number one is going to be our Pathfinder Snack, and that's an angel sandwich. Number two will be our Bible story snack, and that will be our burning bush cupcake. And number three is our island theme snack, and that's build your own lighthouse. So the kids in VBS will get to build their own lighthouse and eat it at the same time, so that'll be fun. Now moving on to recreation, we have four options for you. Previously, as mentioned, there's a high intensity, a medium intensity, a low intensity, and the preschool and kindergarten option. So for our high intensity, that will be take off your shoes. For our medium intensity, pool noodle shepherds. And for your low intensity, that's going to be avoid the lava. And I don't think I have to go into depth about that one. Avoid the lava is almost self-explanatory. Okay, so number four, preschool and kindergarten recreation. That's going to be freeze dance and trust the leader. A lot of fun. Now, moving on, the Mission Leader Guide is now an interactive downloadable PDF, and that's available in the free resources at CokesburyVBS.com. One more time, that's available in the free resources tab in CokesburyVBS.com. Now let's throw it back over to Donovan with our science.
Thanks, Victor. Welcome back, explorers, to Adventure Island. I'm your scientist, Donovan. Today we have a really cool story and experiment. We're talking about the Bible story involving Moses and when he was chosen by God to be his light of trust. Really cool experiment here. We have some dry ice, just in a standard bowl and a standard pitcher of water. When the two interact, it's really special. We call this experiment Light Amplified. Watch closely. See how the fog just seems overwhelming at first, but then the light somehow still finds a way to break through the fog and be seen.
Welcome to session 3 for Discovery on Adventure Island. We are going to say our signal verse again because it's so important and so much fun. Say it with me, Miss Suzanne.
Sure.
Arise, shine, your light has come. The Lord's glory has shone upon you. Isaiah 60, verse 1. Our Pathfinder for today is Arise, shine with faith. And our scripture treasure lantern is faith. Our Bible story today is from Luke chapter 5, the story of 4 friends whose faith led them to lower their friend through a hole in the roof. For Jesus to heal. We don't just see faith demonstrated through the act of 4 friends, but also in Jesus' response to the man who was paralyzed. Instead of immediately healing him, Jesus first forgives the man's sins. This might seem odd, but this is exactly what a life of faith is like. We come to God with needs, but through faith, we also learn about others' needs we may have been unaware of, like the man who was paralyzed and his friend. God affirms our faith, and that faith allows us to arise and shine God's light into the world. Our main idea for today is that we can shine God's light of faith by acting on who God is. Now, Miss Suzanne's going to talk to us about some crafts.
Yes, and the kids really enjoyed some of these. Our Make It and Take It craft is an air clay frame today. Students can take air dry clay and make it just for them. And who doesn't love a frame at VBS?
Our kids always want to take their picture.
Right. We also have paper cup lanterns that helps remind them of the Pathfinder of the day and for every day. The Cokesbury crafts are a Rise, Shine handprint kit.
Easy
which
to make.
Is super easy, right? And then we also have a awesome looking paper lantern. Our snacks for the day, we have, like I said, we have a Pathfinder snack, a Bible story snack, and an island themed snack. And this is free on the website under the resources tab. And now let's talk about some recreation.
Fun stuff. Okay, we're going to get your kids moving. Our high intensity option is Stretcher to the Rescue. The medium intensity option is Keep the Palm Tree Standing, and the lower intensity option is Bumper Boats. Our preschool and kindergartners also have another option, and it is Keep the Palm Tree Standing and a Coconut Relay Race. Again, the Mission Leader's Guide is under free resources on CokesburyVBS.com. Back to you, Miss Suzanne.
Well, I say we take it to Donovan for the science station.
Thanks, Angie. Suzanne. Welcome back, explorers, to another cool experiment on Adventure Island. I'm your scientist, Donovan. We have a really cool, unique story today from the Bible involving a man who was paralyzed. He could not walk, so he was helped to the home that Jesus was staying in, and guess what? Jesus healed him. Just like that, he could walk again. So we have a really cool experiment that we call the floating person. Watch closely. This is a good one. So I'm going to draw a stick figure here with the Expo marker. All right. We got a pitcher of water here, and then something cool is going to happen.
Hi everybody, my name is Victor. I'm back once again and I'm going to be walking you through session 4. So as we've said before, the theme verse for Discovery on Adventure Island is our signal verse, and all teaching and discovery points to that overall verse. So let's say it again. Here we go. Arise, shine, your light has come. The Lord's glory has shone upon you. And that's Isaiah 60, verse 1. Now today's Pathfinder is Arise, shine with joy. So at this session, the kids will receive the Joy Scripture Treasure Lantern. We'll put that on our lanyard right here. Okay, so moving on to our Bible story for today. Today's Bible story is the Lost Parables from Luke 15. Through Jesus' telling of these 3 parables in Luke 15, we can understand how we are called to shine God's light of joy, and that we are called to share God's light together. Finding a lost sheep and a lost coin, as well as the return of a lost son, can all be occasions for celebration and joy. However, through the words and the actions of the older son in this 3rd story, it becomes apparent how focusing on ourselves and judging the actions of others gets in the way of celebrating what God is doing in the lives of us and our neighbors. But like the father in the story, God is pleased when we celebrate what God celebrates. And when we do, we shine with joy in the world. So our main idea for this today is that we can shine God's light of joy when we share God's light together. So moving on to our craft section, we have a Make It and Take It craft, and we have a Cokesbury Purchase craft. So for our Make It and Take It, we have number 1, our treasure box, right there. Of course, moving on to number 2, we have our Lighthouse Bookmark. So this is something very useful. All the kids can use this when they're reading their books for school or for personal recreation, of course. Moving on to our Cokesbury crafts, we have 2 options there. Number 1 is your Arise, Shine bracelet. There we go right there. So they can spend their time making bracelets, take that home, enjoy that, or purchasing. Number 2, we have our binoculars as well. This one's pretty fun. I think they'll enjoy looking through those as well, taking that on home. Okay, thank you. Moving on to snacks. For session 3, our snacks are, number 1, our Pathfinder Snack, and that's going to be joyful pancakes. Number 2, our Bible story snack. That'll be marshmallow sheep. And number 3, our island theme snack is tropical trail mix. All of those sound very delicious, very well planned, and very well thought out. Moving on to recreation, of course, we have your 4 options as always: high intensity, medium intensity, and low intensity, as well as your preschool and kindergarten options. So number 1 for your high intensity is going to be called Eruption. So that one sounds like a lot of fun. Number 2, medium intensity, is a Lost Parables Hunt. And number 3, with our low intensity, will be Adventure Island Airlines. That one will be fun as well, maybe a little role-playing going on in there. Our preschool and kindergarten recreation option is titled Lost Parables Hunt and Cotton Ball Shepherding. So I'll let your imagination run wild with that one. Okay, moving on to our mission. The Mission Leader Guide is now an interactive and downloadable PDF. As we've said before, that downloadable PDF is available in the Free Resources tab at CokesburyVBS.com. All right, guys, that is all from me. So let's send it over to Science with Donovan. All right, see ya.
Hey, thanks, Victor. Welcome back again, explorers, to another cool experiment on Adventure Island. I'm your host and scientist, Donovan. We have another really cool story today from the Bible, this one involving something that was lost. When the lost son, when the lost coin, when the lost sheep finally came home, everyone's hearts were uplifted, kind of like a balloon. So the experiment that we have today involves a 1-liter bottle, some baking soda, a cup of vinegar, and we are going to attempt to make this balloon inflate without helium. Watch closely. So we've got the cup of vinegar right here. Carefully pour that into the funnel. So that's going to interact with the baking soda. Take the funnel out. going to stretch the balloon over the opening of the bottle. Oh, almost. Alrighty. Now you're going to tilt it up here, let that baking soda fall into the, oh, and here we go. All right. Voila.
All right, guys, we have made it to session 5. We're going to say our signal verse one more time, and I bet you can say it with us. Right, Miss Suzanne?
That's right.
Arise, shine, your light has come. The Lord's glory has shone upon you. Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1. All right, and our Pathfinder for today is Arise, shine with hope. And let's put on our last scripture, treasure lantern of hope. So now we have a full lanyard with a sticker on it that represents each day that they will have forever to remember this VBS by. All right, now let's look at our Bible story. The Bible story for this 5th session is Mary at the tomb from John 20. The story of Mary, Peter, and the disciples Jesus loved at the empty tomb reminds us that we can shine God's light of hope by sharing Jesus' good news with others. Just as Mary heard her name spoken by the risen Jesus, we also bear witness to the hope found in Jesus' resurrection. And as witnesses to the hope found in Jesus, all of us are invited to share in this hope, to share this hope with others and shine God's light of hope to all. Our main idea for today is that we can shine God's light of hope by sharing Jesus' good news with others. Now, let's look at these fun crafts, Miss Suzanne.
Yes, and the kids really, really loved this craft. This is our Make It and Take It craft. It is a shiny cross, and the kids can really get crazy with the colors and do any kind of color they want. They can do a pattern. They can
hang it up.
Yes, it's great. It's always good to have a cross craft. Our Cokesbury purchase crafts is this wooden tabletop cross.
One of my favorites.
Yes, and you can paint it any color you want.
Kids can sit it on their dresser and see it and
Every day.
remind them of VBS.
Our other Cokesbury craft is this Adventure Island map with stickers. Now you can do this one of 2 ways. You can save it for session 5, and they can do it for their craft session by placing lanterns and stickers all over the map. Or you can do it throughout the week, and they can get a lantern every single day and take it home at the end of the week. Okay, our snacks for today. We have the Pathfinder Snack, which is a Shine with Hope butterfly sandwich. We have a Bible story snack, which is my personal favorite because it involves a donut. It's the Empty Tomb Snack. And we also have an island-themed snack with a tropical fruit cup. Now for some recreation.
More fun options for day 5 to get the kids running around. Our high-intensity option is run and tell. Our medium-intensity option is a hula hoop race. The low-intensity option is a crab walk to tell the good news, and our preschool option is volcano disc golf and a crab walk to tell the good news. Now, the Recreation Leader Guide is in the starter kit, so you can review that when you purchase your starter kit. Now, missions, that is still downloadable free on CokesburyVBS.com. Now, Miss Suzanne, are we going to science?
We're going to go to science.
Thanks again, Angie and Suzanne. Welcome back, explorers, to the Science Station on Adventure Island. I'm Donovan. No trip to Adventure Island would be complete without a showcasing of our very own Adventure Island volcano. So as you can see here, we have a standard volcano that we made with a glass vase wrapped in some construction paper. So we've got some ingredients here that I'm going to add very carefully. First, some dishwashing detergent. Be heavy-handed with it. Got a little bit of food dye, food coloring here. This is a half cup of peroxide. Next, got a little do a little mixing here. This is some yeast. Going to pour that in a cup. Some warm water. I'm not going to fill it too much, just right to the top of the, maybe a fourth of the way there. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. Give that a stir. All right, got a good consistent color there. Make sure the pieces are broken up. And we're going to add the last ingredient. Here we go. All right. It's looking pretty good there. That volcano is no longer dormant.